What's up? This is Altark here. So this is the RingConn Smart Ring, a sleek device that tracks movement, sleep, body temperature, and uses all that data to provide you with key health metrics like sleep quality, heart rate variability or HRV, movement pattern, and much more. I have been wearing this ring for about 2 months now, and I have some thoughts to share. So let's dive in. Okay, so the RingConn Smart Ring typically retails for $279, but it's been available for about $259 recently, and they also have a second generation currently on Kickstarter, which is quite similar in functionality, but I'll cover that in a separate video. And the concept behind these smart rings is simple. You wear them 24/7, going about your life as usual, but with the added benefit of continuous health tracking. And this ring has a 7-day battery life, which is impressive. So you can charge it at the beginning of the week and just forget about it. And one of the standout features of the RingConn is that it does not require a subscription, something that's becoming rare these days. And you can choose from multiple finishes, including moonlit silver, pale gold, and the midnight black, which is the version I am wearing. And you can get a sizing kit for no charge when you place your order, or if you know your ring size, you can just go with that. And that's what I actually did. I knew what my ring size is and I went with that, and it fits perfectly. And this ring is made from titanium with a PVD coating, so it is highly resistant to scratches and wear. It is 7.8 millimeter wide, 2.6 millimeter thick, and it weighs between 3 to 5 grams depending on the size that you get. So it is extremely light in weight. And the shape is more of the square or squarish design than round like traditional rings. And you will also find 2 raised notches inside for the heart rate sensor. And the notches are unnoticeable and do not cause any discomfort, and you should not feel them. And the RingConn Smart Ring is very lightweight, but you will find it thicker than a typical ring, so it will have a slight bulge around the finger. Still, I'm always impressed by how much tech is packed into this tiny little device. It features 4 optical sensors to measure heart rate, oxygen saturation, and other cardiovascular metrics. It also has a temperature sensor, an accelerometer, and a battery that lasts an entire week. So you can wear it at the start of the week and just forget about it and still gain valuable insight into your health, sleep, energy, and stress levels throughout the ring or through the RingConn app. I do not mind wearing rings. I've been wearing rings for many years, and I have been also testing smart rings. I've tested various smart rings, so I am pretty used to having them on. But if you are not accustomed to wearing a ring, it might take some time to get used to the feel, especially with a smart ring like this, which is a bit thicker than a standard ring. I still take mine off when doing some workouts like weightlifting, swimming, and if I'm working around the house, cooking, racing. Sometimes I take it off when I'm cycling and running, but I definitely keep them on a lot more than my smartwatch, and definitely do not mind wearing a ring while sleeping. And there's also a smart way, or not a smart way, a correct way to wear a smart ring. And the RingConn ring should be worn on your index, middle, or ring finger on either hand, doesn't matter which hand you use. And for the best readings, make sure the 2 sensors on the inside of the ring are positioned against the base of your finger, so downward. So it is important to get it fitted correctly and not move as much. You want it to be somewhat snug so it can measure your heart rate properly. So you do not want it to be too loose. And the ring also comes with a handy charging pod that I absolutely love, and just make charging very simple and convenient. And you do not need to worry about a USB port or any cable. This pod itself can recharge your ring up to 18 times before it needs to be charged. So you can easily take the pod with you when traveling, or just keep it in your backpack or on your desk drawer or whatever. So I have really come to love wearing a smart ring, and I enjoy some of the insight it provides, particularly sleep and HRV, and I've gotten so used to it that I find it more comfortable than wearing a watch, especially when sleeping. And the RingConn Smart Ring tracks your sleep, heart rate variability or HRV, and skin temperature, and uses all that data to provide you with various insights that you will find in the RingConn app. And you will find metrics on vital signs, sleep information, activity levels, stress, and heart rate, and you can delve into each one of those metrics to get more details and information and insights. So for me, the sleep insights and HRV are the most valuable ones. The Ring also does a great job at detecting naps and usually spot on, though it can be a bit too sensitive sometimes. I had one instance where it thought I took a nap, but I am pretty sure I did not take a nap. I was maybe dozing off, but definitely did not take a nap. And the RingConn also tracks your steps, standing time, and attempts to detect exercise, which it categorizes as moderate or vigorous activity. However, it does not actually log these sessions as exercise. Instead, you will have to use the app itself to track and log your workout, which I am not going to do because I prefer to use my watch or by computer if I'm cycling, even though the app connects to Apple Health or Google Fit, but it does not import workouts, which is a bit disappointing for me. Also, it does not sync with third-party fitness apps like Training Peaks, for example, and exports some of those vital metrics that can be useful when looking at your training log. So this is a bummer for me because I generally prefer not to wear my Ring when I am out for a run, swim, or a bike ride, and I'm definitely not going to use their app to record a workout and carry my phone with me on my runs. And since we are on the topic of tracking activities, so I was wearing my Apple Watch Ultra and Ultra Human Ring Air at the same time I was wearing the RingConn Smart Ring. And so I'm looking at the numbers between all three devices, and they are close in some areas and off in other areas. So for example, the total sleep time is almost similar between all three, but then the RingConn seems to be off by about 1,000 steps. It does not calculate VO2 max, but seems to be closer to the Apple Watch when it comes to total calories. So anyway, here's the bottom line. Overall, I really like the RingConn Smart Ring. It is lightweight and comfortable to wear, so I can keep it on all day long without it getting in the way. And the lack of subscription fees is a huge win for me, and the app provides plenty of good insights. And that 7-day battery life is impressive, and the charging pod is super convenient. However, I am not a big fan of that squarish design when it comes to smart rings. There is really nothing wrong with it. It's just my own preference, and I just prefer the traditional round ring design. And people will actually notice that you're wearing a squarish type ring. And the lack of third-party app support and integration is a huge downside for me. So there you have it, folks. Thanks for watching. And if you find this video helpful, feel free to share it with others in your life. And do not forget to tap the like button. And if you are still watching but have not subscribed yet, you know what to do. Thanks again, and I'll catch you in the next video.